After graduating from MC2 STEM High School, Regina Williams plans to go to college to study psychology. But her ultimate ambition is to launch a cosmetics company. She has several mentors and says that mothers often have the best advice of anyone.
Hello, my name is Regina Williams. I'm 17 years old. I go to MC2 High School, and currently I'm looking at psychology as my major, but I'm open, still undecided.
Do you have a mentor?
Um, Not with my school, but I'm in a program called Minds Matter. I have two mentors. One's a lawyer and one's a teacher. So
And,
they're very helpful.
and how have they been helpful? What have your mentors done for you?
So they've been helping me with the college process. So I've been learning how to fill out financial aid, apply to colleges, do essays, pretty much the stuff that would be very stressful during senior year. I've already done since 10th grade. So I've kind of been ahead of the game a little bit.
Okay. What are your plans after you graduate?
I do plan to go straight into college, and then I do plan to have a job during that time so I can, support for books and everything. But honestly, I'm looking at starting my own business currently right now, like into cosmetics, like body butters and everything. So if that kicks off, then I'll have that also to fall back on while in college, but definitely looking at psychology mostly.
What got you interested in where you're headed?
I would say just off of my family. My cousin, she's actually going for a doctorate in psychology. So she sat down, talked to me, and told me, well, this is pretty much what you would do. And she's looking at clinical, so she's only working in hospitals and everything. So I'm not really looking into that. I'm looking at just a general major of it, just to see if I like it or not. And if I had an option to switch it to something else, then maybe. But just my cousin, really, definitely
Do you want
family.
to stay in Northeast Ohio?
Yes, I do. I kind of want to go to I would say Cleveland State. I'm looking to apply there too. Just because I know the campus and I'm familiar with it, or
Okay.
Tri-C.
Okay. So this whole communications program is about STEM. What does STEM mean to you? I mean, beyond
So at first, I did not know what it meant. My mom actually applied me for that school. I was going looking at other school, but I'm glad I went to STEM because I've learned how to build robots. I've had opportunities to go on trips based on STEM. So I would say that me taking these CCP classes in STEM programs and engineering, it's definitely opened my eyes to how little women have been in it, because like the backgrounds of women in STEM is very, very short. And if we can really get more people into it, then that would be amazing. Like, honestly, if psychology doesn't work out, I might look into going back into engineering because it's actually fun just working with building things. I'm not a real person who just like to sit there and watch and listen to lectures. I like to do things hands-on. So it definitely helps with me touching things and dealing with math and everything. Even though I hate that, the math for engineering is kind of okay and sometimes easy when you just work with measurements and everything.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you this. So would you say you're 17 now?
Yes.
If you can take yourself back to 9, 10-year-old Regina, seeing where you are now on your path, what would you have wanted to know then, back when you were
what would I have wanted? Ooh, it's good. I would have wanted to know the importance of keeping up my grades back then, because I was not really that focused on, in school really. And definitely in the math area, I would have really wanted to been focused in that one part, especially when you go into STEM, because it's really about math. It's little math, but it's very big math when you work with important things. Right. So back then, I would have wanted to have kept my grades up in math and learned a lot more things back in with math. And also, I don't know. Not say I have my career figured out, but have something figured out of where I was going to go. Because
Okay.
I was very undecided at the last minute of where I was going to go to high school. So, you know, I'm glad that I did not get stuck with STEM, but I glad that my mom did let me switch over to the other school I was looking at, because I wouldn't have had the same experience that I have at STEM now at the other school.
Right. Okay. And so last question, what advice would you have for younger kids that are just sort of, starting to think about what they want to do, that are just sort of starting to explore the world? What would you say to those kids?
Don't let your family press you into doing something that you know you ain't gonna do long term, or that you don't know or like. Listen to your mother. You may think she don't know anything, but she does know something that's good for you. If you and then make like a list of high schools that you're looking at and see what they have to offer, like in sports or extracurriculars. Because at STEM at my school, we don't really have extracurriculars. If you wanted to do it, you have to go to other schools.
Mhm.
So I know I didn't want to do any extracurriculars like football or basketball. So I was okay with it, but they have other things to offer you, like clubs and everything you can join. And so look at what they have to offer you, like as clubs, or if you do want to play sports, look at that.
Mhm.
See what their credits are, see what classes that you can take. If you can take a foreign language with them, I mean, not saying you have to, but it's pretty good to know a different language,
Sure.
especially depending on the career you're going into.
Sure.
So just, make your list out, take the time. It's going to take some weekends to get extra work done, but the more you work, the better outcome you're going to have when you get older.
This interview is part of a series of profiles for NeoSTEM's I Am STEM initiative, a public awareness campaign to elevate the visibility and accessibility of the many STEM career pathways available to underserved students throughout Northeast Ohio. Please visit www.neostem.org to hear more inspiring stories.